Premier Alden McLaughlin ends public speculation on government's next move. Good evening, I'm Tammy Suleiman. Thank you for tuning in. He says government will appeal Chief Justice Anthony Smellie's landmark decision to legalise same-sex marriage. Now, today the LA put regular business on the back burner to tackle the issue, one that has struck a raw nerve in several corners of our society. And as you can see behind me, at this moment, LA is still in session where legislators continue debating the issue. And there we have MLA Chris Saunders talking right now. And everyone who has risen to speak so far has thrown their support behind the appeal. KMAN 27's Joe Avery reports.
Protesters gather outside the Legislative Assembly in advance of Wednesday's session, calling for government to take action in the wake of last week's court decision to redefine marriage.
What I would really like to hear from them today, that they're going to appeal it and get it done away with.
The Chief Justice was very much out of order because what he did, he changed the law, everything. And he's not supposed to do that.
We're here to let our legislators know where we stand on the issue.
You're homophobic. You know that? You're homophobic. You're the evil people. You're homophobic.
Despite this interjection from an opinionated passerby, the protesters carried on peacefully.
These are matters of grave import, and we must deal with them now.
Inside the chamber, with the day's business put on hold, the stage was set for Premier Alden McLaughlin's statement on the same-sex marriage ruling.
We believe that introducing the entirely new concept of same-sex marriage into the existing marriage law goes way beyond any reasonable interpretation of modification or adaptation.
Mr. McLaughlin announced government's plans to appeal the decision, citing concerns over implications of the decision on polygamy and other types of marriages, the extent of the court's Section 5 powers to modify legislation, and whether the right to marry could be located elsewhere in the Bill of Rights.
Government is of the view that the issues are of fundamental constitutional importance, and therefore it is in the public interest to have them considered and determined by an appellate court.
The Premier admits there's no guarantee or certainty as to how an appellate court will rule. He says it's critical that the country has the benefit of clarification on this issue he acknowledges impacts real people's lives.
But we must ensure that in seeking what they deem protections and rights under the law, that a door is not opened that may impinge upon other protections and rights.
Joe Avery, KMAN 27.
The Premier says in addition to filing an appeal, the Attorney General is under instruction to seek a stay of the ruling pending the outcome of the appeal. The Premier's office tells us government has 14 days in which to file.